welcome to the bookshelf. Thank you for joining me this evening. Now sit back, relax, and let's get into our story. It started with a Craigslist ad. $2,500 a week, no experience necessary. Must be comfortable with solitude. Night shifts only. Surveillance duties. Discretion required. Room and board included. Serious inquiries only. It sounded like a scam, or worse. But I was broke, buried under student loans, and teetering on the edge of eviction. So, like any desperate 26-year-old with nothing to lose, I sent an email. They replied within the hour. No names, no company, just an address and a start time. Monday, 11 p.m. Bring nothing. That should have been a red flag, but you learn to ignore red flags when hunger and desperation cloud your judgment. The address led me to an isolated facility deep in the northern woods. No signage, just a squat, concrete building surrounded by a chain-link fence. The front door buzzed open as I approached. A woman in a gray uniform met me at the entrance. "You're the new operator?" she asked, not waiting for an answer. She handed me a badge that simply read, Operator 4. She walked me down a sterile hallway to a metal door with a biometric lock. "This is the signal room. This is where you'll spend your shift." The room looked like something out of an old spy movie. Banks of monitors lined the walls, each flickering with black and white static. No images, no sound, just endless waves of interference. "Incoming transmissions are rare," she said, "but when they come in, record them. Log the time. Do not attempt to interpret the message. Do not replay it." "Who's transmitting?" I asked. She ignored me. "Do not leave this room until your relief arrives. That's at 7 a.m. sharp. Under no circumstances are you to open the door between those hours. Understood?" I nodded. She looked at me for a long second, as if deciding whether to say more. Then she shut the door behind me. It locked with a final sounding clunk. The first few nights were uneventful. I sat in silence, sipping vending machine coffee and watching the monitors. They never changed, just static. At 7 a.m., a different uniformed worker, never the same person twice, would open the door and silently wave me out. I started to feel like a ghost, haunting a room designed for nothing. No clocks, no windows, no sound. Then, on the fifth night, something changed. It happened at 2:13 a.m. One of the monitors, the top left one, flickered. Then the static cleared. At first, I thought it was a mistake. The screen showed a man standing in the corner of a dark room, facing the wall, completely still. The camera didn't move. No timestamp, no label. The man was naked, emaciated, his skin pale, almost gray. I leaned in, unsure of what I was seeing was real. Then the man twitched, just his right arm, like he was testing it. Then he slowly raised it and scratched something into the wall with a jagged movement. The feed cut to static again. I was shaking. I fumbled for a logbook and scribbled down the time and a brief description. Then I sat, frozen, staring at the monitor. Nothing else happened for the rest of the night. The next night, another feed came in. This time, from a different monitor. 3:47 a.m. The same room, same man. But this time, he was facing the camera. His eyes were black voids, No sclera, no pupils, just pits. His mouth was open wide, but he wasn't screaming. He was mouthing something. I couldn't understand it. I couldn't even lip read it. Then he started to smile. Slowly, unnaturally, like he had had to remember how. Static returned. Again, I logged it. Again, I sat in silence, unable to sleep after the shift. I stopped asking questions. 2 weeks in, I began to feel wrong. I'd catch myself staring at the static, convinced I saw movement. I stopped sleeping during the day. Food lost its taste. I even dreamed of the man, standing in the corner of my room, his mouth opening wider than physically possible. But worst of all were the knocks. They began on the 14th night. A soft at the signal room door around 4 a.m. I froze. My heart pounded. Then a voice. "Operator 4, I'm here early. Let me in." It wasn't 7 yet. I approached the door, but something felt off. "Show me your badge," I said. No response. I backed away. A moment later, the knocking stopped. No footsteps, just stopped. When the real relief came at 7, I didn't say a word. On the 19th night, I broke protocol. A transmission came through on a monitor I had never seen light up before. Bottom right corner. Instead of a video, it was audio. A voice whispering. I couldn't make out the language. It sounded wrong, like a recording played backward. But one word stood out. Open. It repeated again and again. Open, open, open. I covered my ears and wrote it down in the logbook. The static returned. My shift ended like normal. But when I got home, I heard it again. In the sink, in the vent, in my head. Open. On the 24th night, I found the archive room. It was behind a maintenance panel in the hallway, left slightly ajar. Inside were rows of tape reels, each labeled with a code and a date, some as old as 1963. I played one. A voice screamed, not words, just raw, visceral pain. Then silence. Another reel, a child's laughter, slowly morphing into guttural, choking sobs. I didn't sleep that day. On the 30th night, I came in early. Something told me I wouldn't be leaving. I brought a notepad, my phone, and a kitchen knife, just in case. At 1 a.m., all the monitors went black. Then they lit up, every one, with the same image. The man. He was standing inches from the camera now, staring into it, his face up close, eyes twitching, mouth quivering. And then he spoke.
"You're not watching us.
I felt cold.
You think you're safe behind the door.
He pressed his forehead to the screen.
We were watching you."
All the monitors blinked at once. Then came the knock. Soft, repetitive, like a child tapping their nails. "Operator 4, said the voice. Only this time, it sounded like me. "Open the door. Your shift is over." I didn't move. "Open the door." The knob turned slowly, but the lock held. Open. I don't remember falling asleep. I woke to silence. The door was open. The monitors were off. No relief worker. Just the logbook, open to the last page. My handwriting, but not my words. It said, "The signal is in us now. We see through the static. We speak through the wires. We are watching. We are coming through." That was a week ago. I haven't left my apartment. The TV turns on by itself. My phone vibrates, but there are no calls. And sometimes, in the mirror, I see a version of me that doesn't move when I do. I think it's only a matter of time now. The signal is stronger, and I'm starting to understand what it wants. It wants the door open.